Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into some of the darkest secrets and untold stories from World War II. We're going to explore the shadowy side of the war, the one they don't put in the history books. We'll meet the people history forgot, the ones who operated in the shadows and changed the course of the war in ways you never imagined. So buckle up, get ready for some serious history. Let's get started. The year is 1945. The Third Reich is in ruins, its cities smoldering, its armies shattered. Operation Paperclip, a top-secret program by the United States intelligence community, aimed to recruit German scientists, engineers, and technicians. The goal was simple: to deny their expertise to the Soviet Union and to harness their knowledge for the burgeoning Cold War. Imagine Wernher von Braun, the man who dreamed up the V-2 rocket, now designing rockets for NASA. The irony, the sheer moral complexity of it all, is staggering. Operation Paperclip stands as a chilling reminder that victory often comes at a price. War is a realm of smoke and mirrors, of deception and misdirection. Few units embody this principle better than the Ghost Army, a top-secret unit during World War II. Imagine you're a German soldier, seeing a massive Allied armored division rumbling towards your position. But the tanks are inflatable, the artillery pieces are made of wood, and the troops are just a handful of skilled artists, sound engineers, and radio operators. The 23rd Headquarters Special Troops used inflatable tanks, fake radio transmissions, and sound effects to create the illusion of entire army units. Their mission: to deceive the enemy, making them believe the Allies were stronger and closer than they actually were. They contributed to the success of several key battles and saved countless Allied lives. The Ghost Army proved that sometimes the most effective weapon is the one the enemy never sees coming. The English Channel, a treacherous stretch of water that separates England from France. In the spring of 1944, it was the most heavily fortified stretch of coastline in the world. The Allies were planning to invade France, but where and when remained a closely guarded secret. Operation Fortitude, one of the most elaborate and successful deception campaigns in history, came into play. The Allies created an entire phantom army group, complete with fake landing craft, tanks made of plywood, and even a fictitious general, George S. Patton. The goal: to convince the Germans that the main invasion would land at Pas-de-Calais, while the real invasion force prepared to storm the beaches of Normandy. The success of Operation Fortitude was astonishing, fooling the Germans and concentrating their defenses in the wrong place. It was a masterpiece of military deception, paving the way for the liberation of France and the eventual defeat of Nazi Germany. The North Atlantic in World War II, a watery graveyard patrolled by German U-boats. Desperate times called for desperate measures, and few were as audacious as Project Habakkuk. Picture this: a massive aircraft carrier, 2,000 feet long, impervious to torpedoes, virtually unsinkable. Geoffrey Pike, an eccentric inventor, proposed building a gigantic aircraft carrier out of ice. Pike believed that a mixture of ice and wood pulp, known as pikerette, would be stronger than concrete and resistant to torpedo damage. A prototype was built on a lake in Canada, but the logistical challenges became insurmountable. Project Habakkuk proved too ambitious and impractical, and the project was scrapped. It stands as a staple to the boundless ingenuity and the spirit of wartime innovation. The year is 1943. The Allies are planning to invade Sicily, but they need to keep the Germans guessing about their true intentions. Enter Operation Mincemeat. A body washes ashore on a Spanish beach, clad in a British officer's uniform, clutching a briefcase chained to his wrist. Inside the briefcase, top-secret documents detailing Allied invasion plans, but not the real ones. The body was that of Glyndra Michael, a Welshman who had died of pneumonia, now Major William Martin, a fictitious Royal Marines courier. The goal: to convince the Germans that the Allies were planning to invade Greece and Sardinia, not Sicily. The Germans swallowed the bait, diverting troops away from Sicily. Operation Mincemeat was a plan to the power of deception, proving that sometimes the most effective weapon is the one that never fires a shot. The skies above the Eastern Front, a maelstrom of steel and fire. But in the dead of night, a different kind of air force took to the skies, one that struck fear into the hearts of even the most hardened German soldier. The Nachthexen, or Night Witches, were the 588th Night Bomber Regiment of the Soviet Air Force, an all-female unit flying outdated Polikarpov Po-2 biplanes. These women, many of them still in their teens, flew thousands of bombing missions, targeting German supply lines, troop concentrations, and airfields. Their planes, slow and vulnerable, were no match for German fighters, so they flew at night, using their aircraft's maneuverability and the cover of darkness to their advantage. The Night Witches proved their mettle in the skies above the Eastern Front, becoming one of the most decorated female units in Soviet military history. They were a adhere to the courage and tenacity of these women, who faced down the enemy and the elements night after night. Imagine a world where the outcome of a global conflict hinges on a single, seemingly unbreakable code. This was the reality of World War II, and at the heart of this clandestine struggle lay the Enigma machine. The Germans believed their Enigma code to be unbreakable, but at Bletchley Park, a team of brilliant minds toiled tirelessly to break it. This was no ordinary battle. It was a war waged in the shadows. Every intercepted message, every cracked code, could provide vital intelligence. The pressure was immense, the stakes astronomically high. And then, a breakthrough. The code was cracked. A victory as significant as any won on the battlefield. The Allies couldn't reveal their triumph, not even to their own people, to maintain their advantage. The true extent of their achievement remained unknown to the world they had helped to save. World War II, a conflict defined by its brutality and relentless push towards ever more devastating weapons. Operation Vegetarian, a plan hatched in Britain's wartime scientific community, tested those limits. The plan was to unleash a plague of anthrax on Nazi Germany, not on its people, but on its livestock. Contaminate millions of linseed cakes with anthrax spores and airdrop them over Germany. The potential consequences were staggering: the decimation of Germany's livestock, widespread famine, and economic collapse. But the moral implications were impossible to ignore. Was it ethical to unleash such a weapon, even on an enemy as ruthless as Nazi Germany? In the end, Operation Vegetarian was deemed too risky and morally fraught. The plan was shelved, but it remains a stark reminder of the brutal calculus of total war. As the Third Reich crumbled, a different kind of exodus was taking place, one shrouded in secrecy and fueled by greed. This was the flight of Nazi gold, a shadowy trail of looted treasure, stolen art, and vast fortunes spirited away to unknown destinations. Heavily guarded convoys rumbled through the Alps, their cargo holds laden with gold bars, precious jewels, and priceless works of art. Rumors and legends abound: secret bank accounts in neutral countries, hidden alpine bunkers, even fortunes stashed aboard scuttled U-boats. The hunt for Nazi gold has captivated treasure hunters, historians, and conspiracy theorists for decades. The search for Nazi gold is more than just a treasure hunt. It's a quest for justice, a way to right the wrongs of history. It's a reminder that the legacy of the Nazi regime continues to cast a long shadow over the world. February 24th, 1942. Los Angeles found itself in the throes of a different kind of drama, one fueled by wartime paranoia and the fear of a Japanese attack. The Battle of Los Angeles was a night of confusion, fear, and ultimately, friendly fire. Imagine, it's the dead of night, the blackout sirens wail, plunging the city into darkness. Searchlights pierce the sky, converging on a mysterious object hovering over the city. Anti-aircraft guns roar to life, sending a barrage of fire into the night sky. When the dust settles, the object is gone, its true nature as elusive as ever. The Battle of Los Angeles remains a strange footnote in the history of World War II, a flashback to the power of fear and uncertainty in wartime. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these dark secrets and untold stories from World War II, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content. We've only just scratched the surface of this vast and complex conflict. There are countless other stories out there, hidden in the shadows of history, waiting to be told. So join us next time as we delve even deeper into the annals of the past. See you next time.